All over Brighton, people are losing their jobs. Peacehaven, Kemptown, Queen's Park, Mulscombe, Whitehawk, all over Brighton. And we haven't seen anything yet. If New Labour, Conservatives, Liberals get in, any of the three big business parties, all three are promising massive public service cuts, job losses and a tax on the living conditions of ordinary people. Every school will lose teachers. Every hospital will lose frontline services, and we'll see more and more privatisation and cuts. But we didn't cause the crisis. The bankers did. So why should ordinary people pay for the crisis? There is a growing fight back taking place. Last year, Brighton Council tried to cut bin workers' wages by up to a third of their wages, £8,000 a year. But the bin workers united. They took action and successfully defended their pay after a 2-day strike. So much for Labour's education, when Sussex University management announced over 100 job losses and cuts. Workers and students took action. Students took militant action to defend their education, and the workers, their union, voted overwhelmingly for strike action. I spoke at a number of student meetings and on the UCU picket line. Magnificent show of united resistance against the cuts. In a sign of desperation, university management called in the riot police, who viciously attacks the peaceful demonstration. With job losses and cuts mounting across the area, Brighton Trades Council took action and organised a trade union demonstration to unite the fight back. Over 700 workers and their families from trade union branches representing unions and workers from right across the city marched through the centre of Brighton.
Before we go, we're going to hear from the Phoenix Nursery campaign, who I hope will be happy to lead us out with their beautiful banners.
Unite and fight! Unite and fight!
Well, I'm on the demo today. I'm on the demo today against the cuts that all major parties are promising. And what I'm fighting for is to protect public services and to protect jobs. This magnificent demo, it's the biggest one that's been in Brighton for many years, and it's a foretaste of things to come. It's because we're fighting to protect and improve public services and the services given to the working classes in this country, and to protect and defend our jobs.
Why are you on the demo?
Because the government are currently cutting jobs across the board, as well as other places. I've lost my job personally at Wines. I'm currently a student at university where they're cutting the nursery, which is going to affect thousands of people. I'm going to become a teacher, which means my job's going to be affected by the cuts and all the different areas that are being destroyed at the moment.
PTF workers will be taking hostile action in defence of our compensation scheme, which basically cheapenings up for privatisation and job cuts to come. So we've taken all-out industrial action Monday and Tuesday. In Brighton we'll be having a rally in support of that. Afterwards we'll be using an overtime ban as a means to put pressure on the next government to drop the changes to the compensation scheme, end the threat of redundancies, and start supporting public sector workers.
I think the demo is bringing together all the individual campaigns going on in Brighton at the moment about the different job cuts at the university, at Kemptown, the Fire Station, the nursery campaign, and getting everyone together in one place, making it a general struggle, because obviously it's all part of the same process. We,
The Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition, who are standing in Brighton Kemptown, I'm the candidate, we're fighting to protect the working class and to develop a fairer, more socially just and more economically just society. Why should the workers pay for the crisis? Vote for a socialist alternative. Hello to you. Are you going to vote for us? Vote socialist on Labour 6. What is the Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition? We're a coalition of socialist groups, of leading trade unionists, and thousands of ordinary workers and trade union members, and also ex-members of the Labour Party who are disgusted at the way New Labour has gone in with the Conservatives and the Liberals on their policies. So that's who Tusk is, a collection of working class people, trade unionists and different socialist groups. We stand for stopping
the job cuts that are promised. We stand for stopping the massive assault on public services like schools and hospitals that the others promise. Instead, what we say is create jobs. We say invest in public services, improve them. We are for doubling the state's pension. We're for increasing the minimum wage. We're for improving, insulating and building council homes. And we're for free public transport. The money is there. We can do all of this if we make the millionaires pay, if we make the bankers and the rich pay instead of the millions. The Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition says, let the rich pay for the crisis, not the workers. So, on May the 6th, vote Dave Hill, Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition in Brighton Kemptown. We don't have to let the bankers and the rich and the three big business parties, Labour, Liberal, Conservative, we don't have to let them get away with it. They're laughing all the way to the bank. They take the profits. We offer an alternative. We're trying to build a workers' alternative where jobs, homes can be provided. This country is rich enough to pay for them. On May the 6th, vote Dave Hill, Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition as a workers' MP on a workers' wage. You won't hear that from the others. Okay, thank you.
We're going to join together. We're going to have a party for the people, by the people, that's going to support working men and women and not abandon them to the scrap heap in favour of bankers, bent businessmen and big business more generally. This is a time when socialism becomes real.